Sweet.
Yeah, good pass, Rodney.
Ah.
Good finish.
Nice.
You also know it's a tight game because I haven't heard anything from Bash the whole quarter. Bash is playing in the library now. Now he's focused.
I was trying to lock in, or I'm trying to guard my guy. He was smoking me last game.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Miami Heat. At point guard, Derrick Rose. At power forward, Giannis Antetokounmpo. At the other guard position, Dwayne Wade. At the other forward position, Kobe Bryant. At center, number 19. The head coach of the visiting team is Erik Spoelstra. And now the starting lineup for your Phoenix Suns. Starting at power forward, standing 6'5", number 15, Haywood Highsmith. The other forward position at 6'3", number 8, Grayson Allen. Starting at center at 7'0", number 20, Yusuf Nurkic. At the shooting guard position at 6'3", number 3, Bradley Beal. At guard, 6'5", number 1, Devin Booker. Your head coach is Frank Vogel. One more time, let's hear it for your Phoenix Suns.
Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. So with Jordan on the bench, this is who Erik Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Derrick Rose. Great one out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Kobe in at the 3 spot. And for Phoenix, Bradley Beal is out there with Booker. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Grayson Allen. And it's Highsmith in at the 4 spot. Richard, we know it's a long regular season. What were some of the keys when you played for weathering all these games?
Well, the keys are the same, Kevin. You got to make sure you're taking care of your body, a good night's sleep, vegetables, eat quality food. You just got to make sure that you understand your body is the business.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month, the Great One.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Booker, no good. Bryant looking over the floor. Here's the Great One. He feeds it to Wade. Pass to the Great One. 6 to shoot.
Oh, goodness.
Man. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Booker inside. He's covered by Rose. Shot's good by Booker.
Ooh, putting some power behind his motion. Booker battles to that finish.
From deep, Antetokounmpo. Trains the three-pointer.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Down low. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And there's the length of Giannis. Bad idea to even attempt to get that shot over him.
And here's Rose outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Booker the pass to Highsmith. Back to Booker. Chipped away. Here's Nurkic. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Phoenix ball.
Clock at 6. Allen for 3.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
The 3 from Bryant connects from three-point range.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
The Suns have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Lots of excitement around the Suns. A big reason, Richard, their new owner.
Yeah, taking over in 2023. This new owner played college basketball, winning a national title, and has a great mind for the game, and already has made big changes in the organization.
Allen kicks to Beal. Just 5 to shoot.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Here's Wade. It's good.
This looks like a shoot-around the way they're scoring. 5 straight makes to start the game.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
A moment now to see the numbers for the Great One. And of course, a knockdown shooter from the perimeter, ranking 3rd in field goal percentage from beyond.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. Now here's Beal, coming off 31 points last game. Allen against Bryant. To halt the run, Nurkic rejected by Kobe.
And I think Kobe saw the shot coming a mile away. He instinctually gets there for the block. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Now here's Booker. He had a career game last time out, bucket after bucket. And here's Rose outside, and the Heat, another three.
Three-point field goal.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Can't let Beal get that comfortable because he's so efficient once he gets in that area.
Here's the great one. And again, Miami with the triple.
Three-point
Yeah,
field
they're
goal.
relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Booker up top. He's covered by Rose. Outside for Beal. The shot, no good. The Heat leading by 17. Here's Giannis. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, complete focus right now. Such an impressive start to this game. 100% from the field.
Pass to Booker. Wade against Beal. Over Wade. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Beal's got his second bucket of the night.
And the whole floor is open for Beal. He has the mechanics to make a shot from just about anywhere. Get through, get through, get through.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And it's the Suns with the ball. After the Heat pick up two, it's stolen by Rose. And finished off by Rose.
I mean, look at Rose pushing it up the court,
Phoenix,
full speed, not giving anyone a chance to catch it.
And the Suns call time here. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NBA, so you're surprised whenever you see a lopsided score.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Allen outside. Pass to Nurkic. And there's the pass to Booker. 5 to shoot. Shoots a fader. Rebound by the Heat.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Oh, Richard, the speed with which Devin Booker has accumulated points in his career is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, he's the 6th youngest player to hit 12,000 career points, and trust me, that list has Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. I mean, this guy is a true natural scorer. Putting the ball in the hoop is like second nature for Devin Booker.
And here's Booker following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
Ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Beal taking his time here. And the layup's good off the glass. Beal's got 6.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
Rose dishes to Wade. driving to the basket.
Oh, bouncing off the coverage so gracefully. Wade excels at maintaining that concentration on the drive.
The Suns shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Poked loose. Beal against Wade. Beal the pass to Allen. Here's Booker. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Booker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
This is Booker at his most dangerous. No hesitation right there.
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Phoenix ball.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. Number 1, the Heat.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Now here's Booker. His average of about 35.5 points a game is pretty astounding, but one that he's worked very hard for. Rose passes Giannis. From deep, Bryant. And again, Miami with the triple. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And one other thing that stands out, all the block shots. I mean, staying up in their jerseys tonight.
And here's Booker following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. Highsmith's shot is off.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Wade, good.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Wade's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Here's Beal. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
Here's the great one. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Booker outside. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Rose. And again, Miami running the court in transition. And Kobe throws it down hard.
And he anticipated the play, and Kobe finished it on the other end.
And Phoenix has possession. Now Booker. Poked away. And now Rose running the floor all by himself. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Assist from
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Beal. Looking to end the run. Rebound by the Heat. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
Here's Nurkic. Heat knocking down the tray. Rebound by Rose.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there in situations like this. He stands tall to prevent points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And Beal kicks to Allen. Pass to Highsmith. A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Out on his own on the break. Here's Wade. And then Wade slams it in.
And you can't be reckless with the ball around Wade. That's a recipe for getting your pocket picked.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. It's Allen on the wing. From the baseline. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. The feet to Rose. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last.
Heat ball.
Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him. Here's the great one. 37 points in the win against the Lakers.
Oh, yeah, and he was piling up the blocks, too, 4 of them. And it's about more than just that number. It's about getting into shooters' heads. He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Phoenix is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Booker looking around. 41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Allen passes to Highsmith. That one goes in.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
And Bryant kicks to Giannis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
First personal foul.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion, but best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
Now here's Beal. He has 6. Wade with it, dishes it to Kobe. Pass to the great one. There's the 3. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there.
And so it's the Miami Heat with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but Plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc. And as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
Well, Phoenix shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Jordan. He's out there with Russell Westbrook. Butler out there with the great one. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
First personal foul.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
We know referees have some of the toughest jobs around, but Richard, any steps you see for the league to improve its officiating?
No, I think the officials actually do a very good job given how difficult their jobs are. Officials 20 years ago didn't have the internet where people were putting all this stuff out, though. So I think the referees are as good percentage-wise as they've ever been.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Westbrook with the steal. Left side, Jordan. For three. And the Heat, another three.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now here's Beal. 6 points for him. Shot to stop the run. And it's good on the way in. Beal's got 8 points.
And people thought Beal was just a shooter out of college, but he rounded out his game when he learned how to finish through contact.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. You know, Devin Booker has a take on load management. He says, I'm not a part of that. I spend a lot of time in the summer making sure my body can take that load on. I want to be out there doing what I have to help the team. That's how I've always been, and I haven't lost sight of those kids up in the stands that might be seeing me for the first time. Kevin, back to you.
I like that perspective, D.A. Thanks. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Miami. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Beal. That doesn't go either for Beal.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And here is Beal. 8 points for him. Kicks to O'Neal. Passes to Bull. It's Beal on the wing. Westbrook with the steal. There's the drive. And that one is stuck right through.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Beal after the Heat pick up 2. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Jordan dishes to Westbrook. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The Suns shooting 28%, a rocky performance for them offensively. Here's Beal. Good D by Westbrook.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Here's the great one. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
He kicks to Jordan. Fires the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Beal the pass to Gordon. It's tipped. And they're pushing it up. Here's the great one. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots, off to a good start.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now here's Beal. 8 points for him. Inside, Eubanks. That's tipped. Westbrook finds Jordan. Here's the great one. He's got 9. Good work there as it goes. And that's 11 points for the great one.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Now here's Gordon. Outside, O'Neal. Now Bowl. Oh, that's blocked. And it's the Heat on the break. Lets it go from deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
Just playing with poise and confidence, man. They continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And Beal kicks the Bowl. Outside, Beal. The pass to Eubanks. Clock is at 3. Suns moving the ball around. Gordon outside. And the Suns miss again.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now here's Beal. 8 points for him. Basket good. Beal's got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
That's why Westbrook racks up so many assists.
The Suns shooting just 26% out there, a terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Jordan. Jacks up a 3, sinks the three-pointer.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got 9 points.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Gordon dishes to Beal. Eubanks with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked. Tries again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Miami ball.
And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
Well, you look at the great one, almost all the way up there in the top spot. I don't know if he'll make it to number 1, but you'd have to say he's going to be a part of the contest for sure.
It's looking that way, and the contest will be a lot better off having him in it. He always puts on a show.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Now, here is Jordan. 14 points from him the last game against the Lakers.
And can we talk about the best part? His defense. His shot blocking was simply on another level in that one.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Jordan against Gordon. Pass to Eubanks. Outside, Beal. And just miss after miss right now.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And GA for Bradley Beal. Finally a chance to contend with these Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, for so long, folks wondered how long he'd languish in a losing situation in D.C. Now he has an opportunity to play into June. That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside, O'Neal. Pass to Bull. Dish out to Beal. Ball's knocked loose. Here's the great one. He's got 17. For the three. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Now, Eubanks. 8 points his last outing. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Gordon, the pass to Bull. Beal against Westbrook. To end the cold streak. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And great recognition there in the pick and roll. Beal usually able to make the right play.
Here's the great one. 20 points for him. Shoots from the elbow. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Westbrook's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Ooh, he's on a bit of a heater now. He hasn't missed one this quarter yet.
And Beal kicks to O'Neal. Passes it to Eubanks. It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. Beal, the pass to O'Neal. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Heat.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Now the pass to the great one. Driving in, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Beal against Westbrook. Pass to Bull. O'Neal with it. It's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I'd call that slam dunk contest level.
Outside Gordon. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. For 3, Westbrook. And oh, he hits It's the buzzer beater.
The score.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break. Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And so it's the Miami Heat holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Frank, you're playing a team that imposed its will early. How do you adjust?
You can talk about all you want. You can show them all the tape. But, you know, you have to get out there and feel their pace. You know, and hopefully we have felt it and we can adjust to it now.
We will see if that happens, Coach. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, how'd you see it?
They played smart, they took their time and limited mistakes. When you value each possession, you eventually will get the shot you want. But when you lose the ball, you have no control over the destiny.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
When you look at their multiple areas of weakness, for me, it starts with their perimeter defense. Disorganization, chaos, a lot of wide open looks. They have to communicate better and stay connected to the shooters.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty. Pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside, or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You've got Yusuf Nurkic. Bradley Beal is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Allen. And it's Highsmith in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's the Great One. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Well, Phoenix shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Now here's Beal. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Kobe with the steal. And again, Miami running the court in transition. Pass to the Great One. Three-pointer. And the Heat, another three.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Booker again throws. Booker draws the double. Allen outside. got a piece of it. Shot clock at 5. Highsmith, the basket good off the assist from Allen.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Wade. Back to Antetokounmpo. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Booker the pass to Highsmith. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Three-pointer, Wade. And again, Miami with the triple.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Wade against Beal. The 8-footer, and it's blocked. Oh, and here comes Rose, all alone. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. 27 points for the great one.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Booker the pass to Allen. Back to Booker. To the middle. Nurkic finds Allen. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
On offense, here are the Heat. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Kobe against Allen. Here's Kobe, and the dunk by Bryant.
Such body control from Bryant, able to take some hits there on the way up.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA has a 3-pronged approach to globalization. 1 is hosting games on foreign soil. 2, teach youngsters to play through academies and camps. And 3, make broadcasts more accessible via television and the web. The returns? 15% growth year over year for the last decade. And an opportunity in time to maybe be the biggest sport on earth. Kevin?
Those are big plans. Out of competition, but I love the way they think. D.A. thanks. Highsmith the pass to Booker. Now, here's Nurkic. Defense is right there. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. It's deflected. Here's the great one. And the Heat, another 3. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now here's Booker. Nurkic kicks to Booker. To end the run, Rose with the block. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And Wade slams it in.
Yeah, Wade is doing what he does best, finding the cup, playing with that relentless energy on the offensive end.
For Phoenix, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Here's Beal, and Wade sends it back. In transition, here comes Miami. Outside, Antetokounmpo, and the Heat, another 3.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Booker against Rose. Here's Wade, and it's Wade with the jam.
Love it when Rose looks to share the ball, especially when his teammates are open like that.
Here's Booker. Passes it to Highsmith. Kicks it to Beal. It's deflected. Here's the great one. He has 30. From 13, and it's Miami with another.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Rose against Booker. Unhindered, going all the way. Wade from outside. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. Rose against Booker. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Wade kicks to Kobe. From downtown, and the Heat, another 3.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Here's Rose, and the dunk by Rose.
And still with those active hands, Rose remains a threat to knock the ball loose.
And here's Booker. Got a hand on it. They recover it. Kicks it out to Allen. This one for 3. Miami grabs the miss.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Antetokounmpo finds Rose. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Phoenix ball.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The drive by Booker, in close, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Booker's got 6 points.
I like how sudden Booker can be on the drive, charging into a gap before the defense sees it's there.
And there's the drive.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stud. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. He kicks it to Allen. The pass to O'Neal. He dishes it to Booker. Clock at 6. O'Neal wide open. And it's the great one with the rebound. And here's Kobe from the arc. And Bull pulls it down. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Now, here's Wade. He's got 26. And here's Kobe from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Kobe's got 19 points.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Booker with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. No good from Booker.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Here's Giannis, and another basket for Miami.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
Booker outside. And another steal for him.
And he has been an absolute thief on the floor. Another steal.
Greg, that swipe puts him tied for second all-time for most steals in a game. What a defensive effort from him. And here's Booker following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
A moment now to see the numbers for Dwayne Wade. And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And back to your point, number 2 in steals. He's just a tireless worker. Plays that hard-nosed, on-ball defense. Most guys just can't disengage from it. Now here's Giannis. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Outside, O'Neal. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Wade finds Rose. From deep. And the Heat, another three.
That's his third three of the half after putting up a pair before halftime. Fantastic shooting display from him.
.52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Booker outside. The three. And it's Bryant with the rebound. Kobe's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Here's Gordon. And Wade sends it back. They get it back, and they get it back. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Giannis. Heat moving the ball around. Here's the great one. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
The assist going to Bryant. Kobe's been improving on that facet of his game.
Now here's Gordon. Still yet to score. That's tipped. It's stolen by Wade. And Wade slams it in.
And once Wade grabs the steal, he is off to the races. How about that aggressiveness for a mindset?
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Heat out front, running away with this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Butler, Russell Westbrook. Out there with Jordan. Then there's the great one.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Jordan, the pass to Westbrook. And again, Miami with the triple.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Here's Okogie over Westbrook. Westbrook with the block. Here's the great one. Eubanks defending. Puts up a three. Cans it from downtown. And that's now 28 points for the great one.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Here's Eubanks. It's deflected. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's the great one. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Okogie to stop the run. Westbrook with the nice D there.
Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more often.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Well, players certainly have become comfortable, Richard, asking for trades. Has it become too commonplace?
It doesn't happen too much in general. I just think a lot of times it's the stars, and so it becomes a lot bigger. So if we're going to say players, make sure we point out the stars. But loyalty is a two-way street. I remember Blake Griffin signing a 5-year contract with the Clippers, and then next thing you know, he was traded.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Okogie. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Eubanks. To the wing on the left. Okogie, the pass to Lee. Clock at 4. Stolen by Westbrook. And Butler, here we go. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
I tell you what, Butler is a physical dunker. I mean, he takes his craft seriously. I just love watching this guy take off.
The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Okogie. He's covered by Westbrook. Young looking around. And again, Miami running the court in transition. From the arc. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, again, just lackluster transition defense.
Westbrook's gone 2 of 2 from three-point land tonight. Here's Lee. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Good ball movement here by Miami. And here's Jordan outside. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now here's Little. Passes it to Okogie. To stop the drought. Miami grabs the miss. The great one's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Butler from outside. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And this is why Butler is so dangerous. He's not afraid to take any shot if he likes the angle.
Okogie, the pass to Lee. Eubanks with it. The pass to Little. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Okogie for 3, and the Suns miss again.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all. Yeah, reading the defense, knowing exactly what's needed at each moment. That's one of Jordan's unsung talents.
Here's Okogie. And for a while, the West held bragging rights on being better than the Eastern Conference. Richard, you think that's changed?
I think so. You see a number of powerhouses now in the Eastern Conference, and the West is way more open.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think.
Jordan with the rebound.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Butler, and there's another one for the Heat.
Yeah, you can't fault the defense there. Butler just superb at draining difficult shots, especially in that mid-range area.
And here are the Suns now. Right wing. Now, Eubanks. It's Young on the wing. Knocked away. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Phoenix ball.
Some changes for Phoenix. Highsmith is checked in. And Beal subbed in for Josh Okogie.
Bradley Beal.
Beal against Westbrook. Shot clock at 3. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Driving inside.
Russell's found a groove, and he should just keep attacking right now.
And here is Beal. Poked loose. Here's the great one. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Lee outside. Pass to Beal. And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Little kicks to Beal. Here's Eubanks. Shot clock at 6. This is Lee. The baseline J. He blocks it again, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
Pass to the great one. Oh my goodness, what a play. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skill to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Now here's Beal. He swipes the ball away again.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end.
This is his second three this half. He's getting even more bold at that arc.
They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
The shot by Beal, no good.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's 37 points for the Great One.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Here's Heisman. Kicks it a little. Just 5 on the clock. And it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. And Phoenix making a change here.
Royce O'Neal. Eric Gordon.
Clock at 2, and Beal puts up a deep 3. Phoenix no good that time either. On offense, here are the Heat. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand.
Yeah, and all eyes were on Butler, but he has the vision to find the open man.
And here are the Suns now. Now here's Beal. The dish to O'Neal. Will it go? And Westbrook pulls it down. Westbrook's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's the Great One, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Bull. That's tipped. Gordon against Jordan. And again, Miami with the triple.
And the beauty of Jordan's pull-up, he can do it running full speed or laterally in either direction.
Passes it to Eubanks. All right, Richard, with the game on the line, which current player would you choose taking the last shot?
You can't go wrong with Dame time. KD is up there too because he can get his shot off from anywhere. But you give me one shot, I'm going to say Klay Thompson.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Miami ball.
Heat on offense. Westbrook passes to the Great One. Here's the 3, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. They need this one. They get it back, and Jordan sends it back.
And one of the league's most effective shot blockers from that guard position. Jordan can do it and help defense or on the ball. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
They double-team Beal. Outside Gordon. From 12 feet out, it's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Eubanks.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now. for the Heat.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the Great One.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
And Phoenix has possession. The Heat getting the bucket. Gordon inside. Jordan on him. Just 4 to shoot. And he stays with it. They need this. And he overshot that one, missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Good on the three-point shot.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And here's Gordon, following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and Gordon lays it in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Beal from deep three-point land. Can't connect. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Giannis, congratulations. How did your team come out on top tonight?
We just played hard and we played defense. That's the most important thing. So that's what we do. We play defense. We rebound the ball, we run. That's what we did tonight. We play defense.
And it led to a big, big win, man. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
Bye.